So yeah, there was just recently a trade 10 minutes ago. The Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves are finalizing a deal, sending D'Lo of the Wolves, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt of the Utah Jazz to the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, and a first-round pick to Utah, and Michael Conley and a second round pick to Minnesota. So we'll talk about it here pretty quickly. I'm seeing this right now, and I'm seeing the Lakers. They're getting a huge deal here. I mean, the Utah Jazz getting Russell Westbrook in a first round pick. Mike Conley being a good vet for the Timberwolves. We're going to break it down talking about each team and who basically won the trade. I think there might be some winners here. We'll see. So let's get right into it. So the Lakers, they're getting D'Lo, and they're getting Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. So D'Lo slots right into the one, which is great for them. I mean, he's a good playmaker, someone that's going to be able to distribute the ball, and someone that's going to be able to shoot the three. I mean, that's pretty much what they needed from Russ. I mean, he's been a good playmaker, nothing too amazing. But, with D'Lo, he's a good playmaker, someone that's going to be able to, run the offense. And defensively, he's not as good as Russell Westbrook. So, the backcourt with Pat Bev and D'Lo is going to be a little bit washy right there. But we'll see what happens. I think D'Lo might be a good player for the Lakers. Maybe, I wouldn't say a spot-up shooter because, with LeBron and AD on the team, I feel like they're going to run more sets for D'Lo to get LeBron in the post or AD in the post and kind of have D'Lo run either pick and rolls or pick and pops with AD. So, pretty good trade for the Lakers. They do get Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley, a good three-point shooter. I remember at the start of the season, he was going off for the Jazz. So, I feel like it was a good underrated pickup for the Lakers. Someone that's going to be able to knock down the three. Because I think one of their best three-point shooters right now is either Troy Brown Jr. or Austin Reeves, I want to say. You guys can let me know, what do you guys think about Malik Beasley on the team? Could provide some good floor spacing, but that's pretty much it as a spot-up shooter. And Jared Vanderbilt, I think, is the biggest thing here. He could slot right into the 4 and have AD at the 5 and have a pretty defensive backcourt right there. Someone that's going to be able to grab a lot of rebounds and, with his skill set, I think he's going to be a good fit with LeBron and AD in the back or in the front court. I mean, with AD being healthy now, I mean, he's going to be able to floor space a lot. And with Jared Vanderbilt, you're not getting a lot of floor spacing or at least offense at all. But, I mean, with him, defensively is really the thing you're looking at. And he's one of the best defenders on the team now, probably behind LeBron and AD. I'd say the third best defender right now behind those two. So, yeah, great trade for the Lakers. Now, they did give up some things that I'm pretty much questioning right now. So for the Utah Jazz, they received Russell Westbrook and a first round pick. So we'll talk about the first round pick here really quickly. So from Woj, oh, by the way, the tweet earlier from the Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves, that's from Shams. This one's from Woj. So the Lakers, they are trading their 2027 first round pick to the Jazz, but it's lightly protected. So we don't know what the protection's on here, but all we know is that it's pretty much lightly protected. So also looking at it too, JTA, Juan Toscano Anderson, and Damian Jones are going to the Jazz. Wow. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, they traded JTA and Damian Jones to the Jazz. They also got Russell Westbrook and a first-round pick, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to the Timberwolves. So, a very, very big trade right here. So, we'll talk about the Utah Jazz side of things here. I know there was a report earlier today that if the Utah Jazz traded for Russell Westbrook, he would be bought out. So in this scenario, he probably is going to be bought out. I'm assuming Colin Sexton starts at the 1, or either Colin Sexton and then Jordan Clarkson running the backcourt, which, defensively isn't that great, but you got to work with what you have. Yeah, so Russell Westbrook going to the Utah Jazz. Coming from the Lakers, he just dropped like 20 points and like 10 assists last night, I want to say, against the OKC Thunder. So I would say pretty amazing move right here. Pretty surprising move. Now, if any team had to pick up Russell Westbrook, the Heat, I feel like would be a team. The Clippers might be another team that needs Russell Westbrook's expertise. Maybe the Rockets, just kind of have a veteran point guard on the team. I mean, he's going to be bought out, so we'll see what happens. Maybe he doesn't get bought out and he actually plays it out with the Utah Jazz this season. I mean, that could also be another thing that can happen, which would surprise me a lot. But really, the thing you're looking at here is the first-round pick that is lightly protected. Now, we won't know how great that pick is until, that year comes in. I mean, 2027 is 3 years right now, so away from now, so we'll see what happens. I feel like it might be a good pick. I mean, they might be able to flip it. They got one more day left until the trade deadline, so we'll see what happens. Now, finally, in Minnesota, they are receiving, they're receiving Mike Conley and a second-round pick. I think 3 second-round picks. Let me see. Sorry this video is pretty unorganized. I mean, I just found out this news right when I got back from home, so Minnesota's receiving let's see. They're receiving 3 second-round picks and Mike Conley. So, yeah, Mike Conley being on the Minnesota Timberwolves, I mean, he's a good veteran for a team. I mean, he's going to be able to basically keep guys accountable. I mean, he can mentor Anthony Edwards. I mean, that's pretty good right there. And you still have guys like Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert on the team. So, we'll see what happens with the Timberwolves. They're I wouldn't say a lot better from what they were with D'Lo, but they're definitely not worse. They do get Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who I think has a lot of potential to become a good backup point guard, so we'll see what happens with that. But, I mean, Mike Conley, he just brings some veteran experience, and that's what the Timberwolves really needed. I mean, they were a pretty young team. I feel like their oldest player in the starting five was probably Rudy Gobert, which is pretty surprising to me. So bring in Mike Conley, who's a vet, someone that's going to be able to hold the guys accountable. Maybe the Timberwolves get a little bit better with this trade, but in my eyes, I mean, Mike Conley's definitely worse than D'Angelo Russell, so we'll see what happens. Honestly, looking at this trade, I feel like the Lakers probably got a huge W here, putting some protections on that 2027 first-round pick. Now, they did give up 1 pick, and they still have their 2025 first-round pick, which is probably the most valuable there, so that's probably why they traded their 2027 pick. So I'd see it as a pretty good win for the Lakers. I mean, for the Jazz, they get a first-round pick. They get JTA, they get Damian Jones, they got Russell Westbrook, who they're probably going to buy out. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the trade deadline is finally getting heated here. Hopefully we can see some more moves tomorrow. I mean, it is only the 8th, the time I'm recording this, so we'll see what happens. That's the end, and I'm out.